Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got some fresh. We've got Overkill and The Surgeon. Man, I really like Overkill. Although I'm not an avid follower of them for years, I've touched upon their music, the recent stuff, and loved it. Loved everything I've heard. So, you know, I couldn't really go into detail about their music, but what I've heard, I love. Because they're flashy, they're heavy, but they're very melodic at the same time, and they grip you straight away, and great musicians, absolutely fantastic musicians. They've got an album coming out. It's called Scorched on April the 14th on Nuclear Blast. It's their 20th album. I think I'm reading that right. I went on Wiki, so it could be wrong, but their 20th album. Man, they're from America. The first album came out in 1985 called Feel the Fire. Iconic album cover with the guys standing there. I think it's like green in it, and it's got a lot of fire in the background, and you know, there's shadows of them. Iconic album cover. Their last album came out in 2019, so it's been a little while. A lot of people would put these in their big four of thrash. And you know, when I talk about my big four, if you like, or I wish to be in it, I always touch upon. I actually mentioned this band because what I've heard of them, I've loved. So, you know, to go back and listen to 20 albums might be a bit much for me now because I'm trying to keep up with everything, but definitely ongoing. You know, I'm really happy there's an album come out this year so I can really pay a lot of attention and, you know, intently listen to it. I'm really happy about that. This has got me excited. So, as long as this is good, by the way. So in the band, you have got two original members way back from when they first started. I think they started, their beginnings were around 1980, I believe. So you got Carlo Verni on the bass and Bobby Ellsworth on the vocals, both original members. And what I remember about hearing some of this band as well is the vocals are very distinctive, different, almost high pitched sometimes, which is very cool for thrash as well, something different. Also, you've got Dave Linkst on the lead guitar since 1999, so these guys have been in the band a while as well. Derek Taylor, rhythm guitar from 2001. Jason Bittner on the drums. He's the newest member from 2017, so he's still been in them 6 years now, this year. So, saw this pop up on my feed, Overkill, The Surgeon. I'm really excited about hearing it. It's probably going to be, especially the first single, it's going to be a bit mental, a bit fast, a bit thrashy, we hope. Here we go. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. Overkill, The Surgeon.
I am the face of fear.
man, how many riffs can you get in a song? Fucking brilliant, technical, thrash at its best. I mean, old school as well, old school thrash, but absolutely brilliant. The groove in that, in them verses especially, is just mental when it got going. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, man, them vocals, I love them vocals, man. Just screaming out like that. I was thinking, you know, I know that Todd the Tourer on the Rejoicing the Suffering solo album took a lot of inspiration from this guy on vocals, and, you know, you can hear that. You know, he does, for instance, on Vanguards of the Dawn Wall, is it? I think on that song, you can hear the inspiration from Overkill and the vocals in that song especially. I love this, man. I mean, I didn't expect any less, teacher. If they're really consistent, when you read about Overkill and listen to reviews of their albums, they're probably, you know, a lot of people say they're one of the most consistent bands that churn out great album after great album. And like I said, I can't really comment on that because I've just touched upon them in the past and loved everything I've heard, but haven't listened to every single album. And I can't, not now. Not at my age with the way music is released now. I won't be doing that, but what I will be doing is listening to this album and anything going forward with intent, like I said before. It's great, man. It's melodic as well, but it's so heavy. It's so busy. It's so clever. There's this build up, this little breakdown here where it's changing. Didn't really know where it's going to go, but I loved it when it went into that. Just classic thrash, but no matter how many times you hear that sort of thing when you go into a different part in thrash, in traditional thrash, when they break off into something like that, and it happened with the Zentrix album last year, whenever they break off, it gets you every time, no matter even if you're expecting it. He's like, yeah, here we go. This isn't, it's just going to fucking hit hard. And it did. I really don't know where this is going to go from now, but really looking forward to the rest of this, man. What a great start for the Overkill fans as well, and this album. Brilliant. Here we go for the rest.
Morning
From the first note to the last, amazing. If you actually said, what do you want from a thrash band or a thrash song? That's it. That's it. High energy, relentless, catchy, brutal, all those things rolled in one. That's exactly what that song did. That's the perfect thrash song. Man, what a fucking song. That was great. I love that big section of where it changed up. That was amazing, just to break the song up. You know, sometimes like full speed ahead for 5 minutes or whatever can be a bit much, but when you like break it up like that with an excellent little bit of instrumental part, that was amazing, man. Wow. It's going to be a great year for thrash. I think we might have a Testament album talking about that. We've definitely got an Overkill album. What a great song that was, man. Got me well excited for this year. That was brilliant. I'm going to give a big shout out though to the drummer. I think the drummer does, I think he's in other bands as well, and I can't remember. I remember reading about it. I can't remember what other bands. He's in some big bands as well, apart from Overkill. So Jason Bittner on the drums, man. And let's give a shout out to the bass guitarist as well, Carlo Verni. Sometimes the rhythm sections in bands get forgotten, and they definitely shouldn't in thrash. I mean, man, just amazing stuff. I mean, everyone in the band was just fucking brilliant. Top of their game by the sounds of it. And one of them bands that I believe over time haven't really, you know, they've always stuck to what they believe in, their roots. And I think that's what people love about them. So, love that Overkill song. The Surgeon. The album's out on April the 14th. It's called Scorched. And it sounds like it's going to be a fucking big one. Let me know, guys, what you think of this in the comments below. And I'll see you soon.